Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure comparison, let's call it. Here we have the Redeco Duke from Wave 1. Now this is kind of an odd one. We knew the Redeco Roadblock was coming. We knew the Redeco Scarlet were coming in the revised, not the revised, hold on. We knew those two were coming, Roadblock and Scarlet. We knew they were coming in Wave 3 along with the Cobra Infantry and Zartan. Duke we didn't know about until they randomly started showing up. And then it came out that, oh well, Wave 1 is getting all the Redecos, including the Scarlet Roadblock, the Destro without the circle, and then Snake Eyes is being packaged with the knife in his sheath as opposed to being like somewhere in the package itself. And then I believe they removed the Arashikage symbol from his forehead. That's the only difference when it comes to that Snake Eyes. Not sure if I'm going to be picking that one up. I might if I come across it at any point. Not sure if I will. But the Redeco Roadblock Scarlet and Duke, I absolutely had to have. Now, I got my Duke from Amazon. It was available. It was one of those $19.99. You have to go to other sellers and find the one that's from Amazon, and it was for a few weeks out or whatever it was. And it finally arrived. So we're going to compare the two to show you guys what the differences are between them. Okay, and just to get out of the way, because I'm not going to take them out of the package, the backpack with shovel is the same, the binoculars are the same, and then the pistol handgun are the same. So we'll take a look at the rifle and the figure. Okay, so here are the two Duke figures out of the package, and there is not a whole lot that's actually different between the two. Now, why Hasbro decided to do the Redecos, I don't really know. The only things that we can guess and assume is because a lot of people complained about the bright colors and this and that, and Hasbro listened to the fans. Maybe. I know that sounds very far-fetched. I have no idea. I have no clue. Who really knows why they decided to do it? The Redecos absolutely look better. So who knows? Who knows? We shall see. Because the packaging, the box, everything is the same. They share the same UPC. Nothing has changed. They're the same number. Duke is number 4. Both Wave 1 and the Redeco Wave 1, they are the exact same, so they just changed up some of the things. So let's take a closer look at the gun, and then we'll take a closer look at Duke himself. Okay, so looking at the two rifles, up at the top is the original release. We get some gold color in there, and then some turquoise blue right in there. And then with the Redeco, it's just all one solid gray color. So the Redeco version actually has less paint apps. Again, looks better, but less paint apps. So I think everyone was complaining, like, why do they have all the bright colors on the weapons and the figures in their armor and stuff like that? Who knows why they did that, but I do think it actually looks better in just a flat gray plastic, whereas this one is okay. It's just not very realistic looking. Not that the weapon itself is super realistic looking, but I think it does end up looking better. So now let's look at the figure. Okay, so starting up at the top of the figure, it's very very subtle, but right there, that little collar piece or that sleeve piece, I'm not sure what it actually is called on the shirt, but here it is painted red on both sides. But on the Redeco, it is not painted at all. So that green color of the shirt just goes right over it. So that's one less paint app there as well. Now, looking at his gloves, you can see on the regular version, the first release, we have this bright red on the knuckles of his gloves and his thumb. On the Redeco, you see that we have a dark green, if it would focus in, a dark green there on his knuckles and the thumb as well. So they changed that on his gloves. The rest going down, on his left hand, the watch. So the first release had a bright ass orange watch. Why anybody thought that was a good idea, who knows? That was definitely a problem. We get a dark green watch now. So bright orange, dark green. Looking at the elbow pad on his left arm. So here we have that silver and bright blue. On the Redeco, it is just a dark green. So silver light blue to a dark green. So one single paint app there as opposed to the two of the previous. Now going out through the rest of the figure, looking at the knee pads. We had the gold and gunmetal and then the blue on the original. Here we have the gold is now a dark green. The gunmetal is the same, but we don't get that line painted in with that bright blue. And then the shin guards, so we both get the gunmetal on there is the same, but that gold is now that dark green. And then again, the line in the center is not painted in with that bright blue. So definitely toned down quite a bit. And that is it for the differences. The belt, a little bit different on the belt. I just now noticed this actually. There is a little bit of a gold stripe right there, and we do not get that on the belt of the Redeco. But other than that, the paint apps are the same. So we do actually get some of that bright blue still in there in that belt, but that is it. Other than that, the figures are the exact same. Okay, so you guys let me know down in the comments below which figure, which version of Duke do you prefer? Do you prefer the original release or do you prefer the Redeco? I myself like the Redeco because those muted colors look much more realistic. It doesn't have a bright ass orange watch. The red on the gloves didn't bother me. The red on the shoulders didn't bother me. The knee pads and shin pads didn't bother me either. It was really the watch that really just stood out as like, what the hell is going on? The gun, even at the time, wouldn't have bothered me, but yes, I will acknowledge that this does look better, even though there's no paint and it's just a hunk of gray plastic. It still works for me, but this version I do think looks better. If it's one of those that you can track down easily, I do recommend picking it up. Or if you don't mind the original version of Duke that you have, stick with it. It's still a good figure. That is the video. You guys let me know down in the comments below, again, which one you prefer. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.